fucking insane. I feel like the best way that we could have received COVID information better is if Britney Spears was the spokesperson. Some real shit. I'm being so serious right now. Hey, she already has the song, like, why would you waste that? COVID, can't you see? I feel like you should wear a warning. Dangerous, we're trapped in. We're here for you. She would have emancipated, her dad would have backed off. And I'm like, yes, thank you. Fucking get it. He's never heard of Britney Spears. I feel you, bro. Yeah, fuck that bitch. Like, I don't know who the fuck she is. She's never been around for 25 years. It's fine. I got to get some things done, you know, the list of movies you've had forever. I checked one off, just one. Because who has time for that list? No one. Everyone thinks they're interested in something they add to their queue until you're like, office again? Yeah, what are we doing? Finally watched The Joker. Fuck, are you gonna see that movie? That movie kind of pisses me off, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, besides the fact that it just abandoned all DC lore. Thank you. I only know this because my husband's a huge comic bird nerd, and so he tells me things, and I just relate them to other women who are confused. But here's the thing about The Joker that really pisses me off, actually, is Joaquin Phoenix. He plays this amazing wannabe comedian, right? And there are these scenes where he's like writing his material and imagining a crowd enjoying his well-crafted jokes in his mind. And for some reason, I don't know why, those scenes were directed as if what he's doing is insane. It's not how I'm supposed to write my material. At one point during my shower rehearsal, I questioned my own insanity. Right, because if you think about it, this movie, from my perspective, is like a legit film about the comedian's process. Okay? I shit you not. You take out all the murders and the weird Batman lore, you'd be like, is this a documentary about Andy Kaufman? Documentary. I don't think we appreciate how much worse that film could have been. Right? Like, he could have wanted to be a ventriloquist. Could you imagine him like on a sketch dancing with a fucking bar? I mean, the Oscar would be like, just give it to him, don't even try it. What happened to ventriloquism? Why is that not like a thing anymore? Because if you do research, you'll notice that every male comedian back in the day had a photo with their hand shoved up some doll's ass. Every female comedian was like, ouch, stop, that hurts. Yeah, I did some research though, and I found out there was a famous ventriloquist comedian called Edgar Bergen. And I think this is when things started to go downhill for them. Is he would do his ass over the radio. That's a very visual performance. Okay? Like my dad told me that my great-grandparents would gather the family around the radio, light a couple candles, and listen to an Edgar Bergen act. Where they're like, God, this guy's hilarious. Who's that other sarcastic asshole? I don't know. I think here's the thing though. I think the reason why we don't have ventriloquism anymore is because a whole generation of parents who grew up with horror films where dolls were the antagonists, you know? So if your kid came up to you and was like, I want to be a ventriloquist, you'd be like, who the fuck taught you that word? You're such a disappointment, Billy! Although, if you've noticed, the only people that actually drink ventriloquism now are just like lonely, rich white kids auditioning for America's Got Talent. Watch that audition process. There's one kid always with glasses being like,